Hello everyone and welcome back to a blind Let's Play of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. My name is FlightlessBird and this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we are going to continue on with the testimony of Bikini. And yes, I don't mean a literal bikini, I mean the woman named Bikini. Hope you all having a wonderful day today as we're not gonna waste any time here, so let's get started. That's a perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all other contradictions.
Well, except the sword was, wasn't it downstairs? Order, I say! Oh, what's this all about anyway? I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Francisca von Karma. And yeah, if you missed it, we are Edgeworth, and we are fighting against von Karma. The two apprentices dueling. She locates and takes control of every vital point. Huh. Well, it seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Oh, the course shall be short now. The weight of what you saw has put me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
With the whip.
Oh boy, alright.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Can she have a soft side to her? Further details.
When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I do actually see her side, Miss Gillies. I've never seen so much blood before. That's what I find it. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mr. Gamey was. And when I woke, Mr. Gamey was stabbing Mr. Gillies in the back.
Well, this all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma dies to nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. Further details. Alright.
Oh, when I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place.
At that time, was the victim bleeding?
Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all this, of course. So, I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think I saw any blood, not done. I'm sure that you didn't. The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound.
In any case, let's be clear of one very important point. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed?
Well, think about it. No, I actually see her side, Mr. Gillies.
Think carefully. This is very important.
Oh, I wish we were talking about here. I'm thinking Follow North. Oh, the dots. No, when I looked over, the soul was already in Mr. Gillies' body.
It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in a room and adapted to the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth. I've never seen so much blood before.
Wait, how could she have seen blood? Hold on. How could she have seen blood if the sword was acting as a plug?
Oh, that's right. She's somewhat responded onto ours too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in a room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well?
All that seems quite conclusive to me.
What should I do? Press this point further?
Absolutely.
Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding?
Whoa, I said that when I saw this, what I saw.
What did you see?
Well, maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day.
Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Oh, was that important?
More important than you can imagine.
I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt was slowly drawn out.
Smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out?
Oh, that's right. Oh, the whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of the Mishigami. Mishigami was on the ground, and Iris was stripped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mishigami's body. It slid out from the gaping wound. Ah!
Like I was out saying that if the sword was moved, that there would be bleeding.
Nothing got a place here.
Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. That something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened.
I've never seen so much blood before.
Was the bleeding caused by the killer removing the sword?
No mistaking it. I remember all this Thursday.
Don't you think that's a bit odd?
What do you mean, Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Why would the killer pull out the sword?
What?
If all she wanted to do was place a weapon in the hand of the gold statue, then there was no reason to remove it from the body. All that would have accomplished is it causing the victim to bleed unnecessarily. Your thoughts, Miss Von Karma?
That's...
Well, indeed, it is strange now that you mention it.
I'm going to need to find an answer to this mystery, too.
Anyway, the witness saw something terrible. So what did you do after that witness? Well, that's what I fainted. I can't blame me, can you?
Now, onto what the killer did next. You saw none of it, correct?
Well, I was unconscious. How long were you out for? I don't know. 10, maybe 20 minutes. A young man with a very prickly-looking head woke me up. By stepping on me, actually.
I'm not sure I like that method of resuscitation.
Well, I wasn't asking for mouth-to-mouth or anything of the sort. But I would have welcomed a more gentle awakening right about then, let me tell you.
I shall have words with the offender personally. What did you see upon awakening?
When I woke, Mr. Garment was stabbing Mr. Glaze through the back.
By Mystic Amy, you are referring to the golden statue, correct?
Just having someone with a shishi door, a secret treasure is several enough. Wanted to make Mr. Garment hold the blade. Truly a heinous, despicable crime.
It is easy to despise something. Anyone can do it. However, there is something that cannot be done so easily.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it is healthy hard for you. Anyway, where is the problem?
Exactly why would the killer set up this gruesome scene? Can anyone explain the reasoning behind that?
Oh, the exclamated dots.
Well, no, I don't think I can. Oh, the dots. There's a door. It's a logical reason behind what someone acts.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I know. There isn't.
So, I know this ring, for example, I have it for myself.
There isn't always. That phrase might come in handy someday. There are too many undernatural elements in this case. Why was it necessary to use the Chichichichito from the Amy statue as a weapon? Why was the weapon ultimately placed back in the hand of the statue? Yeah, that's one of the things I was wondering too. If I can expose the flaws in this testimony, perhaps then I will begin to find the truth. Alright, so which one is the one we added? This one?
Hold it.
How does it come out smoothly though? Like the sword has jagged edges. Let me go ahead and save. Let's look at the evidence again, shall we? Has their fingerprints on it. Victim's blood and suspect fingerprints on it. Seems like there would be more blood in that weapon though. Like all the way through. Evil spirits. Crime weather report. Photo of Elise. This just shows that she has the orb at the top. Loss of blood from stab and back. The body fell after death. I understand. I get what Edgeworth is saying. There is something that should be there that shouldn't be there. The autopsy report. The autopsy report says loss of blood from stab and back. That's how she died. The thing is though, she can't lose blood until the sword is removed. But the body fell 10 feet after death. So the blade would have had to have been removed from the body before the body fell. That's not it. Actually, I want to see you say that with such gusto that I suppose we all agree that that is all there is to it.
Don't get smart with me, get smart with this penalty.
It appears that even I can make mistakes. I want to see what he would say because we all know what Phoenix says. All right, so that's not it. That's not it. I have a feeling that has something to do with this though. I just don't know how to prove it. The sword. There we go. But I have a feeling like that's important. The thing that I was thinking about earlier. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least, I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. Yeah, for one, that there's not enough blood on the sword. And for two, with the way that sword is designed, there's no way that was just like a clean pull because it's got all those branches on it.
Oh, what do you mean? You make it sound like I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
What contradictions are you talking about?
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities.
What do you mean? Please explain. Yeah! Explain to yourself!
That's what the judge was saying. To start with, do you think it's possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Does it appear? What meaning this dribble? I, too, may appear to be weak and frail. But I can clutch men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose.
Yeah, and apparently do it totally non-consensually too to some people.
And the ejection stance, because I don't want to get whipped. I whipped a little back there, I must admit.
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out easily. Yep, that's one of the things I did note.
Well, that's...
We also had the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in the body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, that is a really good point.
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shishishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
She was stabbed with a different weapon. She was stabbed with a different weapon, and then someone used the Shishichito to try to cover up that weapon. Ah. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction.
You still got more?
This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? Yep, that's something I said too. If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
No! What? Ah! Bravo, Miss Miles Edgeworth! Raising the many contradictions with a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does this all mean? Yeah, proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can be only one answer.
And that is?
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shishichito.
What? Hey, foolish idea, one for the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool.
Oh, let's examine this again. What was it that made us think the sword was the murder weapon?
Oh, well... it's because Miss Gammy was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shishichito was the murder weapon, and we know it wasn't, yeah. So therefore, everything that's happened so far in terms of this case, someone is trying to frame? Are they trying to frame though? I mean, I'm trying to think of theories here. why they're trying to cover up the true murder weapon. The question is, why would you try to cover up the true murder weapon? And another question then is probably equally confusing. Why would Iris take the weapon out of her? Maybe Iris was trying to do a good thing by like releasing the weapon from her. Maybe she panicked. Do you know? I don't have enough information yet.
Order, order, order! Ah! So, maybe the Shishichito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The assistant here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
Yeah, but the problem is, she was already dead at that point. Yeah, she would have already been dead.
Well, that's true.
Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, the dots. If that is so, I would like the prosecution answer the obvious question it raises.
Well, the obvious question?
Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to?
Oh, the expanded dots.
It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. Okay, what if... What if that's the murder weapon? That's why the bauble isn't on it. Because it was knocked loose in a struggle? I mean, it's a sharp pointy object, and what if this is like a sword cane? So like I said, I've been reading a lot of the Harry Dresden books, and he carries a sword cane around with him. Which, it looks like a cane, but it's got a sword in it. What if this has a sword in it somehow? But then again, why would she be the one killed, though? Because if Elise killed someone with the staff, then Elise would be alive and someone else would be dead. But Elise is clearly the victim.
Well, the dots. Answer the question, Miss Von Karma. Oh, the dots. No evidence of that kind was found. Another mystery to throw into the pile. Trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, can I say something? I just remember something, actually.
Yeah, what is it, sister?
I was just thinking, it is possible that this maybe what actually happened was, it was just over there.
No, the dots? What exactly are going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean, maybe. I think I might know what it was made of.
You what? Well, that's a lot of whips.
Well then. I think we need to hear a testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? I don't know. Let's find out. The location of the weapon.
I saw the murder at 11 p.m. And after asking that had been reported, I went up to the main gate. And there I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated a snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Base, but less than 5 on one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle Vigor and came back while it was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She could drive a snowmobile after all.
Oh, that's... That's tricky because there's no way to prove if the weapon was thrown in or not, right?
Well, witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. I was right on my back of my arms, you know.
Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph.
Snowmobilized? Yeah, I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. I also see a track of footprints, though.
The tracks begin for the Hazakura Temple and went all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Track's photo added to the court record. Taken that night from main gate to Dusky Bridge.
Well, that solves your pescadilla problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning it doesn't freeze over the winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. I don't know. I don't see anything that I can prove yet.
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m.
You are sure about the time?
Oh, yes, I was worried about it as well.
What was it?
Well, because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The acolyte was rained down in freezing water at the time. I couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night long, now could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hazakura Temple.
Her estimation of the time seems reliable, at least. Time of death from 10 to 11. It could happen.
Please continue, sister.
Oh, not to ask her not to be reported, I went out to the main gate.
You asked, is it right, to report the crime, correct?
Oh, right, I was the one who tripled me.
It seems she is the type to hold a grudge.
Oh, I set a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge.
Phoenix writes, he didn't even have a cell phone on him.
He had forgotten it at home, apparently.
What a naive boy, as always. Not only do I always carry on my phone, but I always have my weapon there too.
Anyway, I was really scared, and they were taking him a while to get back. So I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. I saw tracks that indicated snowmobile had been used.
As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited.
Oh, that's it. That's the only one that we have. No matter how much snow falls.
Now, you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived?
Oh, yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate.
So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do? We got nothing to lose. I need answers to every possible doubt. Exactly. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at that time?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean, eh?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm playing to a slow crowd here. It's still warm. In other words, if Iris had used the snowmobile, the engine would still be hot, right? It goes without saying that using the snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
Oh, I see. I never thought of that.
Well that's right. I would look that too.
Of course you did.
Then answer the question, please, witness.
Oh, the dots. I don't often go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Snow?
Oh, yes. For some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
There wasn't any snow on it. Curses. Well, it seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those.
In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You could have spared yourself some walking.
Oh, there's a reason for that. Have you got a moment for me to explain?
Yes, definitely, because that's a good question. Well, I think that's why the question was asked in the first place.
Well, it was right a month ago. I was driving my beloved old snowmobile, happy as can be. I had fetched some water and was heading back when I went to crash into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch.
Crunch.
I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it.
Okay, that's a logical... I mean, that's a logical excuse. I remember when I was in my car wreck a bunch of years ago. I've been in 2 car wrecks, but my first one, I fell asleep at the wheel and flipped my car. And after I flipped my car, I've always been afraid to drive top-heavy vehicles because my car would not have flipped if it wasn't a top-heavy vehicle. If it was a, a down-to-earth vehicle, it would have just, skidded. So I always have this like nervousness now driving big vehicles.
Maybe I turned a weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out.
Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for? She said 10 to 20 minutes. So if it takes 5 minutes there and 15 minutes back, well, it wouldn't even take that. It would take 5 minutes on snowmobile, 5 minutes back. That would be 10 minutes. So if she was knocked out 10 to 20 minutes, it would make sense.
Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes.
It's possible to get to the British back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile.
I had to concede that is more than enough time.
Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth?
All the dots.
I wish could have done that. She could drive a snowmobile after all.
While it would have been possible time-wise, one element remains at a place here. Oh, and what would this mysterious element be? The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods? I had too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Van Karma? Ah!
Turning to me for help over the slightest little thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while, Your Honor?
What? She's as over the top as always.
Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains that the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth.
Another mystery to feed the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. Now all I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. Alright, well, what's the hole, though? What is the hole? I don't know what the hole is. I mean, we know this. But this is at 10 o'clock. And this happened around 11. Maybe it's this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need the map. Okay. So if Iris was at Heavenly Hall at 11 o'clock, it would have taken her 15 minutes to walk back to the temple, then 5 minutes to walk to the bridge, then 5 minutes to walk back. No, that doesn't work because she said she saw Iris stabbing the victim, right? No, I don't know. Is there anything that says Iris can't drive? No. I don't know. I don't see a contradiction here. Well, you know what I like to say, when I can't see a contradiction, what we need to do is we need to just go back and just press everything a second time. By the way, I don't know if I said this yet, but how are you all doing today? I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day. I'm doing pretty well myself, and just having a lot of fun. Played some Heavy Rain over the last 2 days, and that's up on the channel now, and that's a lot of fun. And it's a really interesting game so far. If you like mysteries, then, you know, go watch it. It's really, really good. Was still warm. So we've done this before. And she said there wasn't any snow on it. It looks like there's snow on it, though. I love the crunch sound. That's so good. Doesn't look like there's anything there. It's not the map. Alright, or it's not the map on this one. Wait a second, it wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing. How do I say that? How do I say it wasn't snowing and therefore there were no tracks? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And there I saw tracks. But the picture clearly shows that there are footprints. Because there's footprints, that means it wasn't snowing. How do I say this? Am I even right? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Tracks that indicate the snowmobile have been used. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50. There we go. I figured it had something to probably do with either the snow or the picture or the footprints or something. Was just trying to figure out where to use it. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You fully accepted the inevitable that seems Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? Okay, I wasn't thinking that. That's good. That's good thinking.
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple threw the weapon into the river and then returned. If this is the case, then naturally there should be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back.
Oh, the dots. Oh, you're right.
Huh. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, the questionable dots?
On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
Well, I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but that's the opposite of what I was thinking. Apparently, I was helping out her case, not mine.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that snowfall covered one set of tracks. What the heck? The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible.
Oh, the dots. Would you care to explain? Why, there is a root index finger currently pointed in my general direction.
I'm not the one who points fingers. That's Phoenix. I just shrug. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me. Alright, so apparently there's a piece of evidence somewhere that...
Well, the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. And I disposed of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Miss Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow.
Because the snow had already stopped? Witness, please tell us again what time it is when you witness a crime. Because she said 11 and the snow stopped at 10:50, right?
Oh, like I said, it was at 11.
Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder.
Well, the weather report?
Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50.
Oh, the estimated dots!
Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Exactly.
Yeah!
Alright, so I was kind of on the right track. Sorry, I didn't mean there'd be a pun there. I'm just thinking, you know, I think I was in the right direction. So yeah, that's good.
Order! Very well then. Looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Yeah! It's just soon to be close to the tile due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic for you to rely on the weather of all things.
Oh, the dots?
It's me this then. When is the weather report ever correct? No, you got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data. Forecast data. Our weather reports have some inaccuracies. To me, it's a bit slower than the vicinity, well past 11 p.m. It's true, we cannot be totally sure, eh?
What? How did she pull that off? Because she's abusing the judge?
It stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this.
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Ha! You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Well, very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Is it here because there's footprints? No, the footprints could have been done afterwards. But there's footprints here. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
Well, that's right. But proving that is
Incredibly easy.
all the excluded dots.
Okay, so just so you all know, I used to live up in the snow for 8 years in the Northeast. So I actually do know what it's like to have snow, and I do know how snow works. So that's why I'm thinking about the footprints. If you want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception.
And that is
The victim herself, Miss Elise Deunim. Oh, okay, maybe it's not the footprints. Okay, maybe I was overthinking this. You're right, she isn't. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, the killer really did go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon. Then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks.
ah! Well, order! I just want to yes! Just what are you suggesting, Mouse Edgeworth?
To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but that is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used a snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. And at that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Iris took the snowmobile to go to Heavenly Hall. And then she came back, which is why there's a set of track marks going back. Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained.
Oh, can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
What the sister?
Well, there is only one key for the snowmobile.
Oh, the exclamative dots.
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder.
Which can only mean that night. Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
No, she didn't. She went to Heavenly Hall. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile could cross the suspension bridge. So, she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
Well, that seems right.
But, what that is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, I didn't see anything there at Dusky Bridge.
You must have failed to see it, sister.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. By the snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too.
But that isn't possible. How could I have been covered in snow? Order in the court! What does this all mean? How could I have been covered in snow, though?
Yeah.
So, then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo.
She used it to go to Heavenly Hall, right?
All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought for a second there they were throwing me a curveball, and I was just thinking, wait, what? But no, this all lines up with this theory that she used it to go to Heavenly Hall. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble.
Y'all it did. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Oh, yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything I know.
Well then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify to having seen the snowmobile.
A witness, huh?
Was there no one out walking perhaps the Dusky Bridge out on that night?
All the dots. I don't think that's likely. I was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in like that.
Only an idiot, huh? Well, I think we know the exact idiot.
Unless there was something very important to do.
Well, that's a shame.
Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us.
Really?
You know someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the act of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are 2 things about him that do come to mind.
Well, which are?
Well, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second thing?
That he's an idiot. This individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on a cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Miss Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
That is, of course, Larice.
Well, this guy must be part of the Jean-Luc Leduc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting.
This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Deonim.
Her student? Well, that's interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder?
Well, that's... I could tell them all about the designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artiste. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason, because it's not.
It's so, this unfortunate, unreliable looking man. What exactly was it that he saw?
I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom.
Well, summon this youth as a witness immediately.
Hold the dots. I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. I will not take him long to summon.
Well, very well.
Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you.
Well, the court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Well, good. Well then, the court is now in recess.
Woo! Alright, well, we're going on about an hour. We could stop here, or we could go about 5 more minutes and finish up the pre-court scene, right? Because there's probably gonna be a scene outside. Yep. February 9th, 11:15. That'll be number 1.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you in any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
All the dots. Mr. Edgeworth, just as I said yesterday, until the incident occurred, it was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing then. No Cyclops there. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
All the dots. There is only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
All the dots. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh God, can't you just be honest with me? I'm trying to save your life here. Holy cow, that is a lot of locks. Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her?
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? Who, Maya? She must be talking about Maya. Why not? What is going on? Oh, the dots. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Deonim?
All the dots. No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
All the dots. As I thought. No psycholocks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Court now reconvened. Miss Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness is etching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
All the dots. I can only presume that his intention was capture you. Ah!
Anyway, it's time to take this pathetic excuse for not this before the court. Luis, Deonim, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
Alright, this is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you for everything, my friends. I love you all so very much. And I don't have a lot of theories yet. I'm your guess is as good as mine at this point, because there's just too many things here that don't add up. For one, which is the obvious thing in my opinion, is she would have had him get killed upstairs and then kicked downstairs. But there was very little blood upstairs, they said, right? So what exactly happened? How did it happen? I don't know. I don't. Well, hopefully we'll find out together. Until next time, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.